Pues ya está. ¿Todo bien? Al parecer. Todo bien, todo bien. Como que se quería desconectar esto de repente. Pero ya está. Ya está, ya está. Es que no sé si ustedes veían el stream. Porque. Pero. Hola. Hola, Jonisans13. Ah, no, Jonisan dice. Dije Sans. Bueno, es que hace rato como que se cortó el stream. Bueno, se desconectó, pero sí tenía señal, quién sabe, el Twitch Studio se trabó. Y pues nada más con el Twitch Studio puedo streamear el juego. Porque OBS está muy pesado o algo así. Algo así, memento. Mamá, ya tenía 6 personas allí. Ay, chale. Bueno, el chiste es que ya tenemos ahí el episodio 2. ¿Qué pasó con esa
Not to be rude, but why isn't your fancy pants defense system stopping these skin bodies?
Well, after the whole video delivery conspiracy, I figured I better build something to keep people from bringing stuff into my store.
So?
So, I needed to borrow some of the high-tech detective parts from BTADS.
Meaning nothing's stopping people from taking stuff out of the store anymore.
Dash it all! I knew I forgot something.
We want to buy something.
Yes, quite so, quite so.
Well, very cool.
What have you got?
Well, there is still one can of shaving cream the blooming skin bodies haven't gotten yet.
Oh, yeah, I love shaving.
That's funny. I've never seen you shave.
I didn't mean myself.
And I have a most peculiar device behind the counter.
Una máquina allí. Mira, Charles. Charles. Y ánimo.
What peculiar device are you so eager to pawn off on us this time?
It's the latest in Bosco tech innovation. A delightful invention I like to call a chemical-based voice modulator.
Voice modulator? What's that?
I do believe it's self-explanatory.
We don't really have time to explain it to ourselves. Why don't you just explain it to us?
Well, it alters the frequency of your voice molecules. Very useful, very useful.
Useful, very useful. Momento, dejen saco screen otra vez. Bueno, fotito. En el Insta. Ahora sí, jaja. Ahí está. El modulador de voz y como varios, bueno, todos los inventos de Bosco. Es una weá que se armó con un chicle y 3 palitos de dientes.
We'd like that voice modulator.
That will be 30 shillings.
Yeah, I left our shillings in my other pants. How much in dollars?
Let's see. 30 shillings would be about 1 million American dollars.
$1 million? No way are we giving out that many tickets.
I think we'll have to find an entirely new revenue stream if we want that voice modulator.
Oh, worth every shilling. Trust me. Trust me.
Bueno,
We'll take your last can of shaving cream, old chap.
Splendid. Spiffing. Tickety-boo.
Córrelo.
Just bring it to the counter.
Está bien.
Nothing for us right now.
Indeed.
Perfecto.
Thanks, Bosco.
Hip hip. Honey nut cheerio.
I could use a shave.
I'll say. Your 5 o'clock shadow goes clear to your ankles.
Awesome, pig, dog, pig dog. The
ahora sí
skin
está
bodies rule the streets.
Blast. Bugger.
Fueron.
Blimey. Ballers. The little blighter did it again. After him. I mean, tally-ho.
Oh.
Tally-ho.
Ah, bueno. Que lo vayamos a perseguir, dice. Me gustan los juegos con los cochecitos. Bueno, con el cochecito. Me gusta que tengan ese tipo de minijuegos. Ahí van los skin buddies. Podríamos darles un balazo a su cochecito de ahí, pero no, el juego dice que tienes que perseguirlos. No, el de Soto, ¿a dónde vas, Sam?
Where are we going, Sam?
¡Ay!
The skin bodies can't be stopped.
Hey,
Pues por ellos.
after those rats.
La bandera museo.
There they are. Let's get them.
How do those laughably small wheels
El
move
Twitch
so
Studio se
fast?
trabó.
You'll never catch
Yeah.
us. The skin bodies can't be stopped.
Los skin buddies.
Take the wheel, little buddy.
I thought you'd
No me
never ask.
acuerdo. No me acuerdo
Shoot 'em, Sam.
cómo.
I'm trying, but they have good reflexes.
Ya me acordé. Muévete. Ay, no tanto.
You can't dodge my shots
Oye,
forever.
pusieron el
Watcha.
musiquita del intro.
The skin
Ahí está.
bodies can't
Ay.
be stopped.
Entonces no era para allá.
Missed them.
The skin bodies
Ahí está.
can't- Oof.
Hey, the shaving cream.
Okay, hold on tight, little buddy.
Bonito. Uy, dato curioso. Ay, ¿qué fue eso? Se mezcló una textura. Ah, sí, dato curioso. En este segundo episodio ya se queda la voz para Max de William Castle. Y pues eso, ¿no? Porque tenía una voz al principio para el primer episodio, pero luego este actor de voz dijo, no, es que pues ya no va a poder hacerla, entonces consiguieron otro, que fue el que se quedó, que es William Castle, para la voz de Max. Tun, 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 tun,
Who
tun.
goes there? Oh, it's you lot.
Ah, son ustedes. Ahora sí lo podemos comprar.
Hey, Bosco, we've retrieved your precious shaving cream.
Jolly good show. Jolly good.
Now, if you're wondering about the reward money, yes, we do accept personal checks and all major credit cards.
No. As a reward for retrieving the can of shaving cream, I hereby grant you a can of shaving cream.
Gee,
Oh.
thanks.
Bueno, pues gracias. Bosco ocupa $1,000,000, pero no tenemos $1,000,000 todavía, así que todavía no podemos comprarle esa cosa. Pero podemos ir a ver qué onda con Civil el día de hoy, porque ahora trabaja haciendo una gaceta. Hola.
Sam! Max! How nice to see you! I don't suppose you have any candid photos of little green men feeling frisky, do you?
¿Qué? Sí. A ver.
Yes, by which I mean, huh?
It's my new career. I'm a tabloid publisher specializing in the thoughtful analysis of groundbreaking news of interest to myself and others like me.
What's it called?
The Alien Love Triangle Times.
Ahora ese
So you're a
editor,
publisher now?
ay,
What happened to
voy a
psychotherapy?
I've
compartirlo
always
en el
had a
grupo de
fascination
Instagram.
with the suppressed and the sensual, and for telling people too much about both. Publishing the Alien Love Triangle Times is a logical extension of all my previous careers. Except maybe Vatican spokesperson.
Are you doing any psychotherapy on the side?
Only on space aliens.
I guess that narrows your clientele quite a bit.
No, not really.
Ah, bueno. Que todavía tiene clientes.
What was it you said about a photo?
My new tabloid, the Alien Love Triangle Times, needs a cover photo of an extraterrestrial biological entity, or alien as the unwashed masses calls them, caught getting cozy with some of the locals.
Sybil, I'd like the record to show that although I support you as a friend, your latest project makes my skin decidedly crawly.
Me too, and I like it.
A ver. Momento. Ahí está la fotito. Te la paso al grupo. Turutu. Chiste es que quiere una foto de marcianitos siendo coquetones por ahí con gente.
There's nothing like good, hard-nosed journalism.
You
Un
said
triángulo
it.
amoroso.
It's time to find out the real answers to the real questions.
Like, what did those poor cattle do to deserve that?
No! What do aliens do for romance? Do they love? How do they get their otherworldly thrills?
By playing slots in Keno? That'd explain why they're always seen in Nevada.
Otra vez. Turu, turururu. Déjenme pongo el link. Tararara, tan, tan. Ah, ese no es. Uy, 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 uy. Ahí está. Listo. Ya somos personas, qué bueno. Ahora sí, estamos acá chismoseando con la civil. Se cambió de profesión y ahora hace una gaceta de triángulos alienígenas amorosos. Y ocupa una foto para su gaceta. Y pues hay que conseguirla.
Have you learned anything
Estamos
interesting
echando
since you
cuentos.
started this magazine?
I learned why Elvis had such an otherworldly voice.
Elvis was not an alien.
Sure he was. He just wore makeup to cover his emerald green skin.
Frankly, Sybil, this project is disturbing, as well as distressingly intimate.
Like seeing Stephen King getting a hot butter massage.
Oh, you saw last week's issue.
Vaya. ¿Quién más?
Is anybody else an alien that we might not know about?
Dr. Phil.
Well, that
Maybe.
goes without saying. Is anybody else an alien that we might not know about?
Yes.
Sí.
Is anybody else...
Yes.
Bueno, ya no nos va a decir más.
How about a quick analysis, for old time's sake?
Oh, all right.
Elvis
Think of a
Aliens.
number between 1 and 4.
Del 1 al 4 a 3.5.
3.5.
You're harboring feelings of guilt over previous feelings of remorse.
That's so true.
Bueno. Para que sepan en qué onda.
So, you're looking for a cover photo of little green men canoodling, right?
Yeah, though I'm kind of desperate at this point. Basically, I can use anything as long as there are 3 beings in the shot and at least one of them's an alien. It is the alien love triangle times, after all.
Got it.
Ocupo una foto con mínimo 3 personas y que una de ellas, mínimo una, sea un alien. Está bien,
We'll be
adiós.
back.
Keep watching the supplies.
Ahora sí nos vamos a ver vamos al estudio de TV a ver a qué onda con la Mayra me caigo. La Mayra del juego, o sea, no vaya a ser que alguien aquí se llama Mayra y diga
Where are we going, Sam?
TV
estudio de
studio.
TV.
Goody!
¡Ay! Esos piecitos. ¡Qué bonito! Al Warp TV. From Draft to Fab. Ese póster.
Well, here we are,
era
Max. The
una
TV station with
comparación.
programs too old to be contemporary, too new to be retro, but consistently derivative enough to be popular. WARP.
Television's so mindless, you can't help but watch.
Oddly quiet in here.
Mysteriously so.
Well, let's find this Myra character and smack some good old-fashioned sense into her.
I don't care if we smack it into her or smack it out of her, just so long as there's smacking involved.
You crack me up, little buddy.
Pero es Mati. Había una estrella. Es este el logo de estrella.
It's got a falling star on it.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder how you'll crash and burn.
Yeah.
Amo esta parte. La tele, la
The
decoration.
Barrel Haven. From whence comes this storybook set?
Clearly from a work of unparalleled artistic vision and emotional expressiveness.
No wonder I haven't seen it.
Bueno, pues esta es la directora
Stand
del
aside,
canal.
casually attired stagehand. We're
Tampoco.
Sam and Max, freelance police.
We've come to save some pathetic hostages from the clutches of...
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Momento.
Number 1, I'm not a stagehand. I am the director.
Momento que a mi hermano le anda de la voz. Le anda del 2. Tararán. Quítate.
The director!
But a fool.
Number 2, we're no longer holding the auditions for animal cops with crippling mental disabilities and a lust for dance. Number
no,
2,
we're not
we're no
actors.
longer
Got
holding
that
the
right.
auditions
I don't
for
think I've
animal
ever
cops
seen
with
worse
crippling
acting
mental
in my entire
disabilities
life.
and a
And yes,
lust
I
for
have
dance.
seen Keanu Reeves' performance in Toast, the musical.
Sam, I think my
duplicó su
hypersensitive
voz.
ego may need stroking.
Don't look at me.
Next! Who's next?
Piensa que son actores.
We're looking for Myra Stump, the darling hawk of...
Do not mention that name in my presence.
Oh,
Which name? Myra or
gracias,
Stump?
María,
Either and or
seguirme. Oh,
What's your beef with Myra?
Let's just say Myra and I
gracias.
have creative differences. I'm creative, and she isn't. I'm sorry.
bonito.
What was your question?
Ah, sí. La directora no soporta a Mayra, que es a la que venimos a buscar. Es que bueno,
You don't seem to understand.
que
We're
somos
highly
policías,
untrained
no
police
somos
officers.
actores.
Look, hats off for dedication, guys, but I'm just not buying the police act.
I feel so invalidated.
You and Myra. Why the hate?
¿Por
Look,
qué la
Myra runs her
odia?
show her way, and I run every other show my way. If she doesn't want me on her set, I could care less.
You mean you couldn't care less. If you could care less, then you do care some, which doesn't really...
No, I was right. I could care less because I care even less about what you're saying right now.
Oh, burn!
Quiet, knucklehead.
Le dio. Bueno,
What are
¿qué
you
tan
doing
chendo?
here anyhow?
What am I doing here? I'm holding auditions for Midtown Cowboys. What are you doing here?
Midtown Cowboys.
Midtown Cowboys? The critically panned but publicly adored sitcom about two cattle ranchers trying to make it in Midtown Manhattan?
Yes, well summarized.
You're hiring extras?
No, I'm hiring the stars. The two main characters went on Myra a couple days ago, and I haven't heard from them since. I need replacements ASAP.
Sam, did you hear that? If we can pass one lousy audition, sitcom stardom will finally be ours.
Callado.
Rocketing to fame for the most insubstantial of reasons. That truly is the American dream.
Vale, entonces hay que hacer la audición
You'd
porque si
like
no,
to
no
apply for
pasas.
that instant stardom you promised?
You want to audition? Well, if there were anybody else here, I'd tell you to forget it, but okay.
All right. What do we do?
¿Qué hacemos?
I'm going to have you play a scene from Old Yeller. Tell me you've seen it.
I'm not into horror movies.
Algo me dice que mi overlay se quitó, ¿verdad? Sí, se quitó. Bueno, al menos está activado el chat ahí a un lado y las alertas. ¿Verdad? ¿Verdad? Sí, sí se ven. Está bueno. Está bueno, está bien. Ay, qué sopita.
I'm not
It's the
into horror
classic
movies.
boy gets dog gets rabies, boy shoots dog story. Max, I want you to play the boy.
Yes! Boy! He's so mean.
And Sam, you play the dog.
Oh.
Aww.
Okay, Sam, ready? I need you to act like you've got full-blown rabies. Understand?
What's my motivation?
You're a mad dog. Now, show me rabbit.
Grr.
No, dig deep. You should be just frothing mad.
El perro rabioso, así que... la crema de afeitar.
Brilliant. Now that's what I call diseased.
Thank you, thank you. First off, I'd like to thank all the little people who...
Zip it. Okay, Max, you've just realized your dog is walking death, and you'll have to put him down for the good of society.
Really?
You're sad, you're despondent, you're grief-stricken. Now, show me the emotion.
Boo-hoo?
You call that emotion? I've seen Myra show more emotion, and she ought to be declared a national Botox reserve. Grief, I said. Give me grief.
Necesitamos hacerlo chillar. Por suerte todavía tenemos la lanza granada de gas lacrimógeno. Ya.
Perfect. Now, the fateful moment has arrived. Despite your immense grief, you must put your beloved companion out of his misery.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Idiot. What demonic force possessed you to do that?
The demonic force called acting, Sam. You should try it sometime.
Good thing I had my anti-hypnosis helmet built into my hat, or I'd have one too many holes in the head.
Bravo. Bravo! Such realism. Such authenticity. I was convinced you were actually shooting him. How did you do the sound effects?
You don't want to know.
No
The
quieres
search for the
saber, doña.
Midtown Cowboys is over. You're hired. Head to the set next door and we can begin filming immediately.
Let's hurry, Sam. We only have 14 minutes and 55 seconds of fame left.
Está bien, ya está guardado. Vamos pues. Vaqueros de ciudad.
All right, people, let's get the stage set up. The celebrity host will be here any minute. Oh, right. The crew's working on Myra. Stupid, no talent, fat face.
Vamos pues. Me gusta mucho como aquí hay en ese episodio hay hartos sets ahí de tele. Tururururu.
Weren't you just...
I think she just defied the laws of physics.
Sorry, you'd be amazed how many times a day I have to do that. Things tend to be hectic here.
Doesn't bother us a bit. Sam and Max, consummate professional actors,
Mami,
reporting for duty.
¿Por qué sale
You
Blip?
said duty, Sam.
I knew you guys were right for this show.
Speaking of which, could you
Hijo
perhaps
mío,
explain the show a bit?
Okay, here's the drill. On Midtown Cowboys, you play a pair of cattle ranchers trying to raise a herd in an apartment in Manhattan.
My Uncle Ernie did that, except it was pigs. And not in an apartment.
I only see one cow.
It's a small herd. You're struggling, okay?
Okay,
Una manada
You've
pequeña.
got this landlord, Mr. Featherly, who has a very strict no cows policy.
devilishly
No,
inconvenient.
mira.
I begin to see from whence the hilarity sprouts.
Yes, Featherly is always barging in, and you try to hide the fact that you have a cow in the apartment. Lots of sight gags, usually something gross winds up happening. Simple enough?
Great. Where's the script?
Situación soy.
Well, there's a slight hitch. The cow ate most of the script, so you're going to have to ad-lib the show.
Ad lib.
Yes, make it up as you go. Improvise.
Well, I guess our regular life has given us plenty of practice.
Don't worry, you'll be working with Philo Pennyworth, who plays Featherly. He's a brilliant actor, classically trained, Globe Theater and all that. Just set him up to do something funny, and he'll handle it from there.
Check. Anything else?
Actually, yes. We did save one line from the script, and it's really important to work it in, because it's the product placement that pays for the whole show. One of you will have to say the line.
Me,
Patrocinadito.
pick me!
All right, Max, your line is this. Better get the serious toothpaste.
I like it already.
Está bien. De
We're
una.
as ready as we're ever
Ay,
gonna be.
ay,
Let's start
grabar.
taping the show.
Okay, now remember, your landlord's at the door, and you
sí,
don't want him
todavía no
to
se
know
puede
you've got
ver
a
el
cow in there. Ready? Action!
Están escondiendo una vaca. Tan, 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 tan. Amo esa parte de la canción. Y después de interactuar con otras cosas, ¿no? Para esconder a la vaca y lo más cercano
Let there be light.
es eso. Deja la cortina. Deja la cortina. Deja la cortina.
There we go. Life of the party.
Esperen. No me acuerdo.
I know you've got a... Well, well, well. Who's your guest, boys?
No, no puedes pasar. Te dije que no puedes pasar. No, no puedes pasar. No. 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 No, no puedes ver. No, no puedes ver. Ya. No. Tienes que subir a jugar con tu tablet. Ajá. ¡Cachín! Ya. Sí,
This is the
escuché.
French chef we hired to satisfy our inexplicable, insatiable craving for omelets and duck à l'orange.
And
What's
frog's
a
legs.
lamb?
I like mine extra crispy.
Oh, a French chef, eh? I love
Ah,
French
no, sí,
bread
sí se puede.
and French fries. I went to Gay Paris one time myself, you know.
Yeah.
It was back in my army days.
Blah, 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 blah.
Goodness, who left this lying here?
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Quítate, Max. Quítate. ¡Esa! Ya vamos a sacarlo volando. Bla, 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 bla. Esto es una popo falsa. Esperamos que sí. Falsa.
Say, what's this? I'm sorry, what was that you said?
Oh, dijo mudo. Dijo.
He said moo goo gai pan. It's a
Moo
French
goo
dish the chef has just made.
Whoa, super! I'll try some of that. Where's the plate?
Uy.
I can't help but feel this is all terribly wrong somehow.
Aha!
La cara de Sander.
Interesting.
That's one word for it.
There's a familiar flavor. Fennel, maybe?
Kentucky bluegrass, I think.
Verbena de pueblo. Heno. Ovo.
This moo whatever stuff is really good.
Un
What's it
plato
called
de
in
ovo.
English?
Cow pie.
Really? Well, that's funny. It sounds just like...
Now,
El sillón es
better
inflable.
get
No
the
había
serious
visto.
toothpaste.
Bueno,
Zoom
el
in.
amarillo.
And cut.
Nunca me había dado
That was
cuenta que
comic
no
gold.
se
The network is going to love it.
Naturally. I'll be in my dressing room refreshing my muse. Don't call me for at least an hour.
moví el ar.
Nice work, you guys. Here's a clip for your reel.
Thanks.
Tomen agua.
Let's get the set back the way it was.
No manches, la primera vez que estaba jugando esta parte nomás no salía de ahí. Pero no, pero ¿cómo? Porque el Fer le decía, no, pues cómo va a estar que el plato, que cae. Y yo, no, pues cómo va a apetecer. Y tuve que ver una guía. Y ahí me salió, miren. Tiene que salir en la camarita, la carita de Sam. Ya, ahora sí. No, ahí está. Ay. Muévete, así no.
Hi, Mom.
Ay, es que ya cambió de cámara. Ahorita que cambié de cámara.
Is this thing on?
Ay, ahora sí.
Hi, Mom.
Ay, qué bonito. Naricita de perrito. De zoom. Eso. Miren, aquí está la mesa de póker de...
What's that
Poker
thing?
night.
I don't know. It was here when we took over the building after the .com bust.
No es cierto. El primer juego que hizo Telltale, porque no tenían todavía los derechos de Sam y Max, fue un juego de póker. Y esa es la referencia que se supone que fue su primer juego. Y por eso dice que estaba ahí antes el .com. No, este sillón también es inflable. Los dos. Y apenas me di cuenta, Qué cosa. Tururún. Vamos a la de la cocina. Cocina. La cocina cochina. La cochina cocina. Se ven las orejitas de Max. Míralo, qué bonito.
Is this thing on?
Ah, ya cambió de... Que cambie.
Hi, Mom.
Ahí está.
Is this thing on?
Mírale su cara, todo bonito. Qué adorable. Es un lomito. Lomito de 2 metros. Que anda en 2 patas. Bueno. Y le preguntamos...
What's the story with this show?
Cooking without looking? It's a cooking show aimed at motorhead bachelors who have never seen the inside of a grocery store.
Is there a big demand for that?
You'd be amazed.
Where's the host? Is he in watching the Myra show?
No, he's one of the few who isn't. He got food poisoning while he was taping last week's show. Right in the middle, in fact.
Was it gruesome?
Yes, and unfortunately, this show goes out live.
Oh. Ah, sí es cierto. Creo que el bot de Streamlabs está encendido, así que hay un comando de la bola 8 para que le pregunten por. Ahí está. Ya ven, les ponen así como puse en el chat. ¿Cómo se llama? El signo de admiración. Y 8 ball, 8 ball. Y escriben su pregunta y a la bola 8 les responde seguro, no, sí. Y así, por si quieren jugar a la bola 8 a que les conteste. Le hacen una pregunta y les contesta sí, no, tal vez, seguro, nunca o así.
How do you keep it so clean in here?
The complete absence of anything resembling food is helpful.
Ayuda.
Aren't there fruits or vegetables of any sort around here?
Just the crew. I never get tired of that one. Okay, actually no. We strive for realism, and the average bachelor kitchen doesn't contain any natural plant life except mold.
Para que los solterones sepan hacer comida con todo lo que hay en su casa, o sea, nada de comida.
Can we get a tape of the show?
This one? No, it's broadcast live. We don't tape it.
Ah, sí es cierto. Le podemos pedir una copia de...
See ya.
Probably.
El de Mimtam Cowboys. Me acuerdo del gato que está comiendo su creo que leche, no sé. Y ese y le hicieron musiquita.
Hello again.
Hi.
Hola.
Hello again.
Hi.
No, todavía no le podemos pedir la copia entonces. Bueno. Pues dale a la cochina, la cochina. Cochina. Podemos hacer...
That's quite an assortment.
no,
They must have scoured every toxic waste dump in the state. Hey, Sam, can I?
No.
No.
Hey, Sam, can I?
No.
No. Qué bonito. Bueno, pero así se graba
Welcome
el
to
show.
Cooking Without Looking, the
Me
cooking
gusta
show
el
for
logo
the
así de...
typical bachelor kitchen, containing no fruits, vegetables, or
mira.
healthy ingredients of any sort. The show where we take a random assortment of condiments and barely edible items and create a meal within minutes. Filling in for Chuck Flagon this week, these guys.
Estos tipos.
Just go with it.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sam. It's great to be here.
Not you, Buckethead. The audience.
Oh, greetings, worshipful fans. Remember, the only reason I'm on TV is because I'm better than you.
We've got some furious cooking to do, so let's get right to it.
What are we making, Sam?
Today we're baking a cake. Let's visit our rack of ingredients and add flavoring to the flavoring pail.
I'm pretty sure that's a pot, Sam.
Max, let's leave the cooking to me and the eating to you.
De hecho, puedes ponerle nada más un ingrediente. O todos, como se te da la gana. Pero yo le voy a poner manteca porque me gusta
Don't
la
skimp on
línea.
the lard.
That's right. If you take the lard out of lard ass, all you have is ass.
Well said, Max.
Ay. Aceite de visión. De bisón
A
rosado.
dash of pink mink oil is a must.
Nothing says I last ate real food in the 80s like the inclusion of something pink.
Rosa. Granos de urán. Tentáculos de calama. Estoy creciendo koala. No
Of
sé qué
course,
es la
you're going to
gomina.
want a few dashes of hair gel.
Don't worry, bachelors. As long as you use it only for cooking, no one will think you less of a man.
Make sure to include red dye number 2.
If there's not at least some possibility of malignant tumors, it's not real bachelor cooking.
Ya, pues
Now,
al
do we
horno.
broil it, Sam?
Right you are, little buddy. Into the oven it goes. And, through the magic of
La
TV cooking
magia de la
showtime,
televisión.
one gorgeous, delicious cake, ready to be binged upon or shared amongst friends.
Oh boy, let's take it with us.
Listo. Ya me puedo ir a vivir sola. Este pastel nos va a servir para después. ¡Córrele, Sam! ¡Córrele! ¡Córrele, Sam! Ahora aquí hay en la puerta número 2. En la puerta número 2. Ah, ya se guardó, que chido. En la número 2 está quien no será nunca millonario.
Look, Max, there's the door to Myra's set. Let's get in there and liberate her literally captive audience.
Sam,
sí,
forget
ya
the
está Mayra.
hostages. There's somebody famous. It's Hugh Bliss.
Who, Bliss?
No,
Okay.
Hugh Bliss. Inventor of prismatology. Help millions unlock the power of their personal color spectrums.
Right, the stage magician turned happiness guru.
Descalzo.
Like we didn't have enough of those already.
I want to meet him.
Fine, but if he magically pulls another rainbow butterfly out of somebody's ear, I'm leaving.
Hi, Hugh Bliss.
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
Yeah, we know.
And you are Sam and Max,
Sam es bien
freelance
celoso con
police.
Hugh Bliss.
How do you know?
Do you believe in magic? 'Cause I do.
No le cae bien.
So, Hugh Bliss, what brings you to WARP?
I too
A la
am here
guarda.
to meet Myra.
How do you know we came for Myra?
Ay.
Oh, don't you see? I can read your mind.
Ay,
As
se
the
apagó la
resident
pantalla
doubting
de acá.
Thomas of this
Espero
crime-fighting
no poder
duo, I
comentar.
consider it my
Nada más
civic
en el
duty to say,
teléfono.
prove it.
Bueno, no hay
Okay,
nadie.
think of something, anything.
Bueno, sí hay gente viendo, pero no hay nadie. Denle, comenten lo que sea. Quiero saber si están allí.
Hugh Bliss is a big fat charlatan.
Was he right?
Big deal. Everyone thinks that.
Oh? Think of something else. Pennies on the eyes of a dead mime.
Well,
I must have been silently mouthing the words.
Really? Think of something else. 6,373,411.98.
Sam?
Lucky guess.
Was it? Think of
Chiripa.
something else.
Ya.
Enough of this ridiculous farce.
Stop it.
Do me! Do me!
Oh my. And that's unspeakably depraved.
Yeah, you got it! Wow, you're amazing.
What's your business with Myra?
I'm to be a guest on her show, silly.
Yeah, silly.
I'm spreading the word about my new book, Emetics, the Handbook for Multicolored Happiness. Take a copy when you leave.
Can you just give us the 10-word summary instead? We're on a pretty tight schedule.
10 words. Oh my. How about prismatology is the answer? Unicorns are pretty, and rainbows too. That's 10.
What's the story on this prismatology flapdoodle?
Prismatology is only the greatest intellectual, emotional, and spiritual revolution ever to grace this fair planet.
Thank goodness we have someone who can give an impartial assessment.
Shh.
Ahí está.
Tell us more.
Join Prismatology today, and you too can
What's
experience the
done?
magic
My
of true bliss.
That goes against everything I've ever hoped for. And yet now I'm strangely attracted to the notion.
Snap out of it, little buddy. We've got a case to solve.
Ya, está celoso, está celoso.
Dazzle us with a feat of legerdemain, why don't you?
Okay, I'll show you the magic of prismatology in action. Pick a color, any color.
Color.
Ochre! Ochre! No, mauve! Burnt sienna!
How about a color I've heard of, Pick a color, as long as it's red, green, or blue.
¿Qué pasó? No puede ser, no ve. ¡Ah! No puede ser, ahora no me salen ni las alertas. Suenan, pero no. ¡Ah! Odio. Odio, no puedo, perro. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! No machis, no machis. No, no, no. No sé qué pasó. Tal vez alguien me siguió y no vi quién me siguió. Aquí fui de actividades. No. No sé. ¿Qué fue eso? Ay, cochino Twitch Studio que no me dejó ver qué onda. Ah. Mm. Pero gracias, personita buena onda. Que creo que lo que hizo fue seguirme. Muchas gracias. Qué amable. Qué buena onda. Ay, no, problemas técnicos. Ah, por lo que decía. Ah, espera, que esto, ¿cuándo pasó? ¿Esto cuándo? Ah, fue Ushankaslis. ¿Y por qué no salió aquí? No. Bueno, gracias. Jeje. Qué buena onda. La pura buena onda. Listo. Gracias. Ah, aquí podemos aprovechar para que se haga verde y parezca alguien. Y le tomemos una foto.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, but it is with magic.
Con magia.
Ah, I know what you're thinking. Is it real or is it illusion?
Una foto.
Say, Hugh Bliss, can we get a picture with you for our scrapbook of instantly forgettable memories?
Nos va a servir para darte
Splendid
la
idea. I wish I'd thought of it.
Qué buena
And in
idea.
fact, I did. Hence the camera. Now gather round.
But how will you take the picture?
By magic.
Okay.
Say,
Está bien.
chocolate-covered puppies.
Chocolate-covered
Chocolate-covered
puppies. So where's the picture, Magic Man?
Oh my. I seem to have misplaced it. Check your pockets. Maybe I left it there.
Está bien.
Sorry to interrupt your little joy fest, but I've got a situation here.
Never fear, pretty lady. Hugh Bliss is
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Anyway, our game show host went on Myra hours ago, and he still hasn't come out. Think you can fill in till he gets back?
Can a butterfly fly? Yes, it can.
Sí, sí
what do I do?
puede.
When a contestant comes to the
Amargados.
podium, just read him a question from the card. Then, when he gets it wrong, insult him and tell him to get off the stage.
Oh, no. Prismatology teaches us to love everyone, no matter what.
Right, just read the cards.
Okay. I still love you.
Lol. Y ahí está la fotito. Ya se la podemos dar. Ah. Así, Bill. Se me iba. Ah, oye, ya tenemos la cinta. Nos la dieron por default. Qué chido. A ver, en casita respondan.
We've got a contestant, people! Hit it!
Respondan las preguntas. Qué guapo el Hublis
From somewhere deep within the bowels of WARP,
no se
it's
ven.
Who's Never Going to Be a Millionaire? With special guest host, Hugh Bliss.
Qué ocurrente.
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
Our first contestants are a pair of professional freelance police officers. They enjoy firing their guns randomly and running over things. Please
Sí,
welcome
confirmo.
Sam and Max.
Listen, Sam, they love us.
Welcome. You know the rules. If you can answer even one question correctly, you'll walk away a millionaire.
Start loading the armored cars, Hugh, because my brain's stuffed with enough worthless trivia to power a small Chilean village for decades.
It's true.
Okay, are you ready? Oh, happy day. It's an easy one. If a man sets out from the Horsehead Nebula in a spaceship traveling at thrice the speed of light, and his father leaves from Rigel 2 at the same time going half the speed, how many nanoseconds will it be before time paradox causes the first man never to have been born?
I'd have to guess Patty Duke's evil twin cousin.
Oh, so close. But no, you lose.
Porque ese tipo
This
es
is an
verde.
outrage.
Porque
I
le
demand a
pedimos que se
recount.
convirtiera
We do
y
have a
hiciera verde.
fabulous consolation
Con-
prize. A copy of Emetics by me, Hugh Bliss.
No thanks. I'm content to leave with just my burning shame and newfound sense of inadequacy.
Okay.
Find out which poor schmuck will be the
Acabable
next to
este
blow his chance
vato.
at millions right after these messages.
Ta, ta, tan. Es que hace magia. Con el poder de la prismatología. Guacha, guacha. Ahí están las tarjetas con
Apparently,
las
WARP
preguntas.
can't afford armed guards for their game show questions.
That's cheating, Sam. Good thinking.
Don't get your pretty long ears in a twist, little buddy. The answers aren't on here.
In life, there are no answers, only questions.
Another prismatology credo?
No, I read that on a cereal box. I'm seriously deficient in riboflavin, by the way.
You're seriously deficient, all right.
En los Choco Crispies, Sam. Los Choco Crispies, güey. Mira, también podemos hacer que sea de otro color.
Hi, Hugh Bliss.
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
Ay, me da mucha risa ese vato. El
I
truco
challenge
del
you to
color.
change colors again.
Okay, pick a color. Any color.
Blanco.
Return to your usual albinic hue.
Ah, bueno. Pues no es tan blanco.
Wow.
Otra vez,
I
otra
challenge you to
vez.
change colors again.
Okay, pick a color.
Color.
Do blue,
Azul.
Hugh.
Azul gandul.
Oh.
Así cambia de color ese vato porque tiene magia. Es que los Choco Crispies sí vienen lecciones de la vida. Así es. ¿Y sabes dónde más? En las azucaritas. No, cuando te dicen riquísimos. ¿Qué más hacían las azucaritas del poder? No sé qué cosa. Se me olvida. Hace un buen que no veo la tele. Bueno,
Bye.
adiós. Bye. Miren cómo Hugh Bliss saca un arco iris ahí y cambia según donde esté mirando. Guachi, guachi. Qué chido. Bueno, podemos preguntarle a Mayra de una vez qué es
It's
lo que nos
polite
falta.
to knock. You do know we're taping a show here.
Great day in the morning.
It's Myra Stump herself! Yourself.
Liberar a los rehenes que tiene gente ahí atrapada en su
How
programa.
about letting your hostages go now? What do you say?
Hostages? They're my guests. You know, if there's one that fries my burger, it's the rampant victim culture in American media today. Oh, boo-hoo! Myra's audience all got luxury minivans. Now they have to worry about where they're going to park.
Bah! I know what you mean, Myra. It's like I'm always telling people, don't think of it as a bullet wound, think of it as a transfusion opportunity.
No pienses que te balacearon los municipales. Piensa que vas a conocer. Piensa que te van a pasar a urgencias así en el IMSS, weón. Si te van a dejar, si te van a atender en el hospital rápido, primera fila, por primera vez. Ay, bueno.
Can we come in and see the show?
Can you? Don't you mean...
May we come in and see the show?
Podemos,
That's
por
much
favor?
better. No, we're at full capacity. The only people getting in now are famous people who are appearing on the show.
Nomás entrevistados, dices.
May we appear as guests on your show?
I excel at talking about myself.
Are you famous?
Perhaps. In an internet petition, or there ought to be a law kind of way.
Tus
Not
foros
good
de
enough.
internet.
I'll need evidence of your explosive star power.
I blew
Qué
up a
clase
public
de
restroom
milagro
last
ser
week.
primera
I want to
fila
see
en
a
el
copy
IMSS,
of your
¿verdad que
recording
sí?
contract, for one thing.
Well, what if we...
Recording contract and a clip from your hit
Contrato
TV show. You're not
discográfico.
anybody these days if you don't act and sing.
Recording contract, TV clip.
Piece of cake.
No cake. I'm on a diet. But I will naturally need evidence of the latest juicy scandal you've been involved in.
We have to be scandalized?
Of course! What kind of show do you think this is?
Are you sure you want us to answer that?
Look,
Es como
it's very
señorita
simple.
Laura,
Show
pero-
me a recording contract,
pero
a
en
clip
tal
from your
show.
TV show, and some evidence of a
Con
scandal, and I'll squeeze you
famosos.
in.
Oh, is
Pero,
that all?
o sea, sí, no cuenta como señorita Laura, pero es que no tenemos algo así. Ah, videos
As it
sí
happens, we
tenemos.
brought a clip of our wacky hit sitcom, Midtown Cowboys. We're the stars.
Well, I'm certainly impressed with how far standards for entertainment have fallen in this country.
Thanks.
Gracias.
But you're also going to need a recording contract and a
Nos
nice
falta el
juicy scandal to be a
contrato.
guest on my show.
Vaya. ¿Estás
Your eyes
bien?
look a little spirally. Are you feeling all right?
Of course I am, sweetheart. By the way,
Sweetheart.
when was the last time you brushed your teeth? And you should really be flossing.
You certainly sound like your normal self. But why are you keeping everybody in there?
I'm just doing what I always do. Slave and toil to put on the best show possible. It's just, after opening presents from well-wishers, I felt so compelled to make this show extra special.
Don't be alarmed, but I'm beginning to suspect that you might be hypnotized.
Don't be silly. Hypnotism is just an excuse people use today to abdicate responsibility. I hate how this country's become a bushel of Bill and Betty brainwashies.
Hypnotized or not, that sounds like Myra's patented blend of lovingly cutting criticism and charismatic know-it-allatry.
Está bien. Dice que no.
I'm gonna go get my autograph book. We'll be right back.
Bye,
It's too
bye,
nice
bye.
to stay indoors. You boys should go play outside. And you should stop making that face, dear. It'll stick if you're not careful.
What face?
Cara. Ni modo que me la quite y me la vuelva a poner, señora. No. Nos falta una puerta. Y ahí sí es donde tal vez nos den lo del disco. Así. Un contrato. Ocupamos un contrato y un escándalo.
I just don't see how you can sing and be a judge. I don't think the public would swallow that.
Hey, Sam, do my eyes deceive me, or are those our
No,
formerly
los
hypnotized
soda
former
poppers.
child star acquaintances, the Soda Poppers?
Sweet jellyfish paste on a stick, you're right. What are the odds?
Could we find another judge? What about one of those guys?
I don't suppose either of you would be interested in being a judge on Embarrassing Idol, the hot new
Situación
show where we make
bochorno.
uncomfortable entertainment out of people's misplaced faith in their own singing ability.
Oh, me! I promise I'll be completely unbiased in my abuse of the contestants.
Fine. Take a seat.
Está bien.
Goody! I get to sing!
Welcome back to Embarrassing Idol. The judges are chomping at the bit, so say hello to our first contestant, Peepers.
Güey, ni alcanza el
Am I
micrófono.
blue? Who are you? Can I fly?
Well, that was a bit sloppy, but I particularly liked how
Looks
you
como
hit that
bien.
high note. That always impresses me. I think you'll get my vote.
I'm definitely voting for you. After all, you are my brother.
Palancas.
Very impressive.
que
You sound
palancas.
almost exactly like a sick cat being dragged through rusty farm machinery. But this is a singing contest, so I think I'll have to vote for someone else. Is there anyone else?
Not so far.
Yay!
Amo a concurso. Órale,
Well, Peepers, you underdeveloped former non-psychotherapist you. What a treat to run across you again.
Tiene la otra se
I'm
hizo
not
pasar
sure
por
if I ever
civil
properly thanked you for hitting me over
porque
the
la
head recently.
hipnotizaron.
Repeatedly.
No gratitude necessary. Just doing our jobs.
Sure.
Ay. Ahí está.
Your lyrics have an intriguingly vapid quality. Did you write them yourself?
Of course! Any similarity to lyrics from other wildly popular songs is meant as homage, not theft.
Es un homenaje, es una referencia, no es plagio.
I'm
Doble.
dying to know. Is there any truth to the rumors about lip syncing on the old Soda Poppers TV show?
We only did that on the released version.
Ay, en la que se emitió poesía, hombre. Bye.
I'll leave you to whatever it is you're doing over here.
Good luck.
Adiós. A ver.
Can I look at these?
Sure, take 'em. I've got them memorized. Am I blue? Who are you? Can I fly?
Very impressive.
Y eso nos va a servir porque son preguntas, bandita. Son preguntas. Perro. ¿Qué hacemos? Speedrun. Porque ahorita podemos ir con Bosco. No, no es cierto, todavía no. Ah, no. Espera. No. Primero vamos a cambiar las preguntas acá. Estoy viendo qué hago. Pero ya. Eso va primero. Es para que lo vean como si estuvieran viendo una peli. Por si... Ah, no, es acá. Pues sí, porque si lo juegas lo suficientemente rápido, dura entre 2 horas y cachito. Y pues ya le avanzamos un rato. Está como camina rápido. Bueno, ahora sí. My blue.
Hey, a perfect fit.
Y ahora sí podemos ganar porque ahí te ponían preguntas y...
We've got another contestant. Hit it.
Welcome back. Our next contestants are these guys again.
Los mismos güeyes.
Okay, are you ready? The question is, am I blue?
Ah, pues sí. Ahora sí podemos decir sí.
Yes, you are.
Well, what do you know? That's absolutely right!
Yes.
Congratulations! You're a millionaire!
We're rich! Filthy rich!
We just went bankrupt, so we will not be back after these messages.
Ay.
I don't believe it. Well, this is awkward, but we don't actually have $1 million in cash.
Sweet mother of all quiz show scandals.
We'll have to give you $1 million worth of food stamps. They're right over there.
1 millón de cupones
Hold
de
on.
dólar.
Can you buy deep-fried licorice ropes with food stamps?
We'll take it.
Déjales frito.
1,
No.
2, 3, 174, 175, 999,999, and $1 million.
Let's go spend it, Sam. It's burning a hole in my pocket.
It's putting quite a bulge in mine.
Ya tenemos 1 millón. No será de dólares, pero tenemos 1 millón de cupones de a dólar. Y ahora sí podemos ir con Bosco, porque ahora le puso precio de 1 millón a su invento cochino, que está todo chuno, pero lo ocupamos. Lo tenemos que comprar. Ron. Y ya, ahí con Bosco matamos 2 pájaros de un tiro. Porque el otro vato, al vato este de chinitos, es su cumpleaños, pero nadie lo felicitó. Y ay, que ese otro no era. Primero vamos con Civil. Bueno, el vato este de uno de los Soda Poppers es su cumpleaños, pero a sus hermanos se les olvidó. Entonces le podemos regalar el pastel. Pero para que se vaya, porque no lo queremos allí, pues le tenemos que echar algo con tomate, porque es alérgico al tomate. Sí. Se me olvidó que le teníamos que dar. Ahí está.
Sam, this is perfect. This photo is a capstone. It succinctly summarizes over 30 years of extraterrestrial-related photographic evidence.
Sybil, that photo is a hoax.
Exactly. I couldn't have asked for better. Now I can print the paper.
Me sirve.
Available at newsstands now.
Está chido. Bueno, ahora ya está ahí. Ya debería estar en... ¿Cómo se llama? En los periódicos. En el espacio que compró para poner su gaceta. Es que sí se pasó el Bosco primero. $1,000 por esta wea. Es una pistola lanzagranadas. Aquí super cool, ultra HD 4K. Que lanza granadas para de gas lacrimógeno. Y es una wea que lanza cebollas picadas. Miren, ahí está.
We're famous.
Hooray! Can we begin misbehaving now?
Begin?
¿Empezar? ¿Cómo que empieza? Ahora sí tiene chicle.
It looks like candy, but I'm pretty sure it's fish tank gravel again.
I've had worse.
Dice que se ve como dulces, pero que seguramente son gravas de pecera, las piedritas de colores que
It's Sam and Max. I saw you on the telly.
How do you watch TV from in there?
Oh, I've got monitors you don't even know about.
Oh, bueno. Es bien espía, porque es bien conspiranoico. Ah, era el millón de cupones.
We want to buy something.
Quite so.
Perriguel.
We come bearing $1 million American dollars.
Now hand over the voice modulator.
Blimey, food stamps? Oh, I suppose I must accept them. Boulder-Dash government conspiracy.
Una
It's
conspiración.
hogwash. Complete card swallow.
Y miren su modulador
Here
de
then
voz.
is your chemical-based voice modulator.
This is a helium balloon strapped to an inhaler.
But it works. Trust me. Trust me.
Trust me.
Holy chipmunk, Ari is warbling out of a souped-up 78-speed turntable. It works.
Thanks,
Hola.
Bosco.
Somos ardillitas, somos tres, no somos dos. Estamos muy contentos porque viene Santo Claus. Muchos juguetitos. Y pues ahí tenemos catsup.
A little ketchup is always good on a cake.
Muchos juguetitos él nos va a traer. Y tararara, tararara. No me acuerdo cómo va la canción. Pero oficialmente ya puede cantar esa. Órale, Sam, échate la de Pánfilo y las ardillas. Pánfilo, peleonero.
Where are we going, Sam?
Ahora sí,
TV
de
studio.
regreso.
Goody!
Tecnología innovadora. Vea que sí, vea que sí. Esa tecnología no la tiene ni Obama. No me da qué viejo es eso. Ahora sí. Ay, me equivoqué. Es este. Para caminar rápido. Vamos a hablar con Specs. Lo que Specs quiere calificar es una nota alta, así que para eso nos sirve el modulador.
What can you tell me about this contest you're judging?
Not much to tell. People sing, we judge them. You want to know more? Ask the director. We judges don't have to concern ourselves with operational details.
Está bueno. ¿Qué buscas
Tell
en
me
un
about the
cantante?
criteria
Guachín,
you use in
guachín,
judging a
guachín.
singing contest, such as this one.
I'm a stickler for technical proficiency. Usually I look for a high note. Someone who can hit a really high note always impresses me.
Contesta el teléfono. Ese teléfono parece carpintero. Porque hace rin. Ay. ¿Qué? Ya,
If you'll
ya.
excuse me,
nada más
I've
eso.
got some lines to color outside of.
It's
Ese
your life.
teléfono de plano no lo quiero. Porque hace rin. Wizard se llama. Se me olvida cómo se llama este vato.
Tell me, old judge, what gruesome qualities do you look for in a singing performance?
Fraternity. I'm voting for Peepers no matter what. He's my brother.
No lo
The one
quitas,
who
por eso
didn't forget my
lo
birthday
tenemos que
today, I
quitar
might add.
nosotros.
I said I was sorry.
Se les olvidó su cumpleaños.
Happy birthday.
Feliz
Thanks.
cumpleaños.
I'm glad somebody remembered.
I said I was sorry. What more do you want?
¿Qué
A
más
treat would be
querés?
nice.
Isn't this also St. Boniface Day?
Patron saint of carnivorous plants and
San
spiky things?
Bonificado.
I think that's next week.
La próxima semana. Próxima semana. Turú. ¿Qué les
What
dan
kind
los
of perks
jurados?
go with this gig? Do you get fancy dressing rooms and candy sorted by color?
Ooh, craft services food. Have them bring me a roasted Canada goose stuffed with lightly bruised olives, please.
Not likely. I ordered a cake for my birthday, but they never brought it.
I think the craft services crew all went in to watch the Myra show, like everybody else.
También
All
se
we
fueron
got
de
was
allá.
a basket of tomatoes. Ugh.
What kind
que
of
no nos diga
preposterously
tramposo el
un-American
juego.
weasel are you that you don't like tomatoes?
I like them just fine, but they don't like me.
What do you mean?
I once spent 12 hours in the bathroom
12
after
horas.
mistakenly eating a cucumber that was sitting next to a tomato on the plate.
Say no more.
Oye, pero eso está mal escrito. Ah, ya vi por qué se confundió esa vez, Lee. Que se comió un pepino. Ahí dice que se comió un pepino en vez de un tomate, pero se supone que el tomate es lo que le da mal, le hace mal.
Can you eat those
Entonces
little
está
cherry
mal
tomatoes?
escrito.
They're small.
No! No tomatoes, tomato juice, tomato paste, nothing, or I'll be out of commission for hours.
Tomado.
your
Estaban los
judging. Catch you later.
tomatitos muy contentitos cuando para su suerte llegó del fuerte.
Happy birthday.
Huele da chorro.
Oh boy! Birthday cake! That red frosting looks tasty. Boy, that was really...
Chaval, eso
really?
estaba.
Uh-oh. Time out for number 2!
What the? Darn it! He'd better not be going to see Myra. Well, anyway, we can't wait. We'll just have to finish the show with only 2 judges. Whatever you guys agree on goes.
Vote for me!
Me da risa como este vato siempre que grita es la misma animación de... Pero está viendo la nada haciéndole... ¡Vótenme! ¡Voten por mí! Pero bueno, ahí va. Ahora sí. Ahí está.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, can I try my pipes out on this thing?
Go right ahead. Frankly, we can use all the contestants we can muster.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next contestant, Sam.
Con su banjito.
Hello. I'd like to do a little song I call...
Se llama...
Love Has a Thorny Backside. Shiny like a new Mylar balloon.
Su lengua le hace rotor. Mira.
Thinking about the rings on the great raccoon. Road to someday, bits of me are strewn.
And let's hear from our judges.
Bravo! Your wobbly tenor is way better than Peeper's shrill squawking.
You really nailed that high note. Whoa! And you're less sloppy than my brother is. You've got my vote.
Chapucero.
Hey!
All of the remaining judges have agreed. We have a winner.
Congratulations, Sam. Here's your recording contract.
In Bottom Records. It's like a dream come true.
Specs, I'll get you for this if it's the last thing I do. Right after I get back from Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore? I'd better go after him.
I just remembered. I have to feed my goldfish.
Are we still taping?
Be sure to join us next time on Embarrassing Idol.
Seguimos grabando. Ahí está. Listo, ya. Ron. Rolón de aullido de perro. Ahora sí, Mayra ya nos tiene que dejar pasar. Ron. Toc.
Yes? Oh, you two again. Well, what is it? You've got the length of one commercial break to explain yourselves.
Ya podemos pasar.
Remind me what your requirements are for guests on your show?
Of course, dear.
What if we have our own video game?
Video games? Those things will ruin your eyes. They're awful.
We do have a recording contract. In Bottom Records. Take a look. You should have us on as guests.
I like my guests to be celebrities audiences are talking about. Have you been embroiled in any juicy scandals lately?
Our landlady thinks I'm the one who broke the dryer in the basement.
Come back when the media is talking about you. And don't forget to wash behind your ears first.
Ahí está.
Actually, we graced the cover of the current edition of the Alien Love Triangle Times. How's that for a scandal? You'll have us on your show now, yes?
Oh, I suppose so. If only so I can talk about America's lamentably endless fascination with depravity. Yay! Naturally, I will expect you to be on your best behavior and agree with everything I say and answer every question I have and don't interrupt and keep your elbows off the table and use your indoor voice.
What about...
While you're on my show, you stay in your seats at all times. You do not interrupt me when I'm talking, and you treat the audience with the utmost respect, even if you become less sure with each passing year that they deserve it. Now, I'll call you on stage in a minute.
Gosh, Max, celebrity is just a never-ending set of arbitrary goals one accomplishes to appease a dismissive and distracted, if not entirely absent, authority figure.
I don't know if I agree, Sam, but I've begun my decadent slide into a depraved personal hell just in case.
Por si acaso.
Give her a hand, everyone! Bessie Bovine reading from her new book, The Heart Has Four Stomachs, Ruminations on a Life in Hollywood. Out now in all major bookstores. This microphone is starting to spark from overuse, but that doesn't mean we're ready to pack it in. We've got the stars of the not-quite-canceled sitcom Midtown Cowboys, who also happen to be the winner and judge of TV's Embarrassing Idol. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam and Matt.
Hold a hayride, little pal. That bear seems more than slightly hinky, in the mesmeric sense of the term.
Shadier than a fat man's ankles.
Let's take it down like ducks in a gutter.
Hold it! My guests sit at that end.
But that bear has got you...
Sit!
We'll just sit where you want us to, ma'am.
Lovely.
What gives, Sam? Why can't we just grab the bear?
It would appear that the laws of physics are different on the set of a talk show, little buddy. We're gonna have to play along.
Sam and Max, you're talented, hot new celebrities who've taken the entertainment world by storm. So naturally, we all want to hear everything about your involvement in the scandal detailed in the Alien Love Triangle Times.
Pues sí, nada más invitan pa'l chisme. Nadie pregunta cómo está. ¿Qué comí? Bueno.
I'd like to talk about that charming yet mildly insidious-looking bear on your desk. Can I see it?
I don't know, Sam. Can you?
May I see it, please?
No, you may not. And if I may say so, if there's one thing that grills my chicken, it's how our culture is in a state of modal decay. Can is not the same as may. Should is not the same as blah, blah, blah. Yak, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue.
Hopefully she'll be off on her tri-state nagging spree for a while.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
May I have a drink of water?
Are you the host of this talk show?
No.
Then no. Blah, 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 blah.
Bueno.
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the Alien Love Triangle Times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
Que tuvieron un trío, dice. Me.
I'd like to talk about me.
I prefer my guests' naked egos to be just a little less naked, dear.
Oh, absolutely, Myra. That's exactly what Reese Butterfingers told me when sniping river rats at Cannes. She thought I had the cool-eyed aim of a professional.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Trío alienígena.
I'd like to talk about myself.
And a project you're working on, perhaps?
You said it, Myra. I am an ongoing project, like a golden calf or a graven image. I'll only rest once people are sacrificing their firstborn unto me. Also, I'd like to direct.
Fame went to your head quickly, dear.
It's a short trip.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Shenanigans.
Let's talk about you, Myra.
Me? What could anyone want to know about me?
Maybe they'd like to know how honored you are to have me, Max, brilliant actor and acerbic wit, on your show.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to mention my pal Sam and something that happened the other day.
Anecdotes about other celebrities, even ones as dubious as you two, are always welcome.
Well, I was battering this purse snatcher with a broken parking meter and screaming, "Die! Why won't you die?" And Sam said, "You crack me up, little buddy."
The point being?
I crack Sam up.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Ya está enojada. Que ya, güey. Que hablen del triángulo, hombre. Está bien.
There's something you should know about that picture in the Times.
I'm not sure I want to know anything more. Maybe you big Hollywood types thinks it's funny to flaunt your polyplanetary pickups, but the rest of us find alien love triangles, frankly, disgusting.
But the photo is not quite what it seems.
How so?
No es lo que parece.
It's not a picture of an alien at all. That's Hugh Bliss.
Hugh Bliss? The highly respected founder of Prismatology? Don't be ridiculous. Why, I've had him on my show before, and he certainly isn't green. What are you really hiding?
Ah, es que le cambiamos el
How much I'm scared of being buffeted by another gust of Hurricane Myra?
Flattery will get you nowhere, mister.
Modos,
I don't know about you, audience, but as a girl, I was taught that flattery was the worst possible way to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak.
Blah, 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 blah. Ay, Myra.
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
Y su cochina aventurilla de trío alienígena, dice.
There's more you should know about that picture in the Times.
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved. Someone the picture doesn't show.
Oh!
How shocking. Who?
¿Quién? ¿Quién? No. Rita.
Bessie Bovine, our co-star on Midtown Cowboy.
Oh my!
Ay,
audience, shall we bring her back out again?
Okay.
Well, Bessie, what do you say to these allegations? Is that so? Bessie, shockingly, you're the only voice of common sense in Hollywood. You are to be commended. Why don't you relax with some sweet grass backstage while I browbeat my audience into blah, 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 yak, yak, yak? Blah, 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 yak, 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 yak.
Hay que mover el micro para allá. Ay, miren, no tiene patas el escritorio. Tiene los precios de remate.
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
O sea, se supone que la voz aguda de Sam cantando puede dañar el micro. No, no es cierto. Rompe vidrios porque, pues sí, agudo. Entonces rompe el vaso. Y luego tiene que mover el micro pues para que le dé toques, pero... Entonces primero tiene que cantar.
I'd like to sing a song from my upcoming album, Feathers and Furious Scribbling.
I'm almost certain the audience might probably enjoy that.
Fuertes palabras.
Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
Ay, pero tiene que...
She's at brunch today with some baboon.
No, tiene que usar
And so I wrote this extremely catchy tune.
Thank you, Sam, for putting the num back in musical number.
What a wonderful way to remind our audience that you don't have to be talented to be famous. And a perfect segue into my latest tirade about the lamentable state of modern popular music. I mean, blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 blah.
¿Se imaginan a la actriz de voz? Porque no manches. A ver. Entonces era el Helio.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to sing.
No, sí estaba bien.
Is that wise?
Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
Ándale.
Careful there, Tiger. That was wonderful.
Tiger.
I'm so moved I almost don't have a long hectoring screed in me. Oh no, wait. There it is. Thank goodness. Self-referential songwriting is a dangerously blah, 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 yak, 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 yak.
Ay, Mayra, cállate el hocico. Espera, no, no es cierto. Era...
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
Están inventaneando. Ah, pues sí, ¿verdad? Podríamos compararla con, no sé, Rita Chapoy. No, Pati Chapoy. Rita Chapoy. Pati Chapoy. Sí.
There's more you should know about.
What's that?
Alguien
There
más
are still.
implicado. Todavía
Incredible.
más gente.
Who?
Creo que
One
uno
of
de
the
los
soda
soda poppers decía una grosería.
Oh my! Which one?
¿Cuál? Specs.
Specs.
O sea, lo
Oh,
censuran,
my
pero
goodness.
sí.
Well, audience, we just happen to have him backstage. Specs, come on out here.
What are they about? The thing and I the instead of my brother. And to be honest, I regret it.
You mean you wish you'd your own brother?
Yes, I do. At least he doesn't.
I am appalled. What kind of... Why, in all my years, I never blah, 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 yak, yak, yak.
Preferías haber pipiado a tu hermano y Simón. No, entonces, ¿qué onda?
Ah, yes.
Tenemos que hablar a la vaca porque la vaca no contesta.
I'd rather talk about our.
Ay, ese
thanks.
no
You
era.
certainly... It has a shocking joke involving a cow pie.
Myra only lets big stars on her show.
They're easier targets?
If you're big enough, there still might be something left when she's finished.
Grande.
Blah, 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 blah.
Entonces tal vez sí hay que traer a la
yes.
vaca. La vaca mu.
There's
la
more.
vaca,
What's that?
Mu. La vaca mu.
It doesn't.
You're joking.
La vaca.
Bessie Bovine.
A ver,
Oh my.
Ah, sí, era la vaca. Adiós, Bessie.
At the risk of making the obvious comment, that was shocking. Is she breathing?
A little, but the
Un
creepy
poquito.
teddy bear is toast.
Poquito,
Nuts.
pero está
I wanted to
respirando.
ask it a few questions, and maybe use it to hypnotize Katie Couric.
Another glorious dream bangs its chin on the dirty pavement. On the bright side, the audience is free to go home.
Oh, I was just getting warmed up. Do you think Myra will have us back on the show again soon?
Speaking of unlikely, did you notice we just had 2 cases in a row involving hypnotic mind control?
Complete coincidence?
Yes, I think so. The cogs of the universe synchronize in ways we're not meant to see.
Speaking of things we're not meant to see, there's a new restaurant at the zoo where you can eat what they feed the animals.
Empty popcorn cartons and cigarette butts?
And processed bread logs loaded
Está
with
viva,
tranquilizers and
no hay
antidepressants.
problema.
Bread logs make me logy.
Que se mueva
Let's
para
head
que
back to the
parezca
cooking
que
show
está
set and see if
muerta.
we can figure out how to make fried pork rinds.
La mafia de los
Okay, but I
juguetes.
get the feet.
Y así se acaba el segundo episodio. Turun, 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 turun. Se murió poquito, no hay problema. Y de sí, pero nomás un poquito. Sigue, todavía parpadea, todavía tiene... ¿Cómo era? Todavía tiene reflejos. Pero ahí está. Es una versión como extendida. No, adaptada. Sí, de la versión extendida del intro. Es que está re bueno. Amo. Cada remaster trae más canciones nuevas y re chidas. Repito. Y pues ya se acabó el segundo episodio. Qué padre. Me gustan estos juegos del Sammy Max. ¿Qué les pareció? ¿Cuál fue su parte favorita? Dice Dora la exploradora. Dora la exploradora. Dora. Qué buen soundtrack. Vea que sí. El jazz bien chido. Ay, qué mensa. Se acabó. Tararatan, ya. Ah, ¿y saben algo que no me había dado cuenta? Dije, no, pues el fondo es una espiral, ¿no? Ahí dando vueltas. Pero pues es la pared de la oficina. Y yo espera, entonces, ¿por qué se ve así? Ya, es una proyección de luz. Es como cuando está en la cabeza de Sam él solito tratando de deshipnotizarse por Brady Culture, que aparece ahí en la tele con su hipnosis, y pues se ven las luces del mundo hipnótico que está alrededor, con las espirales, y yo de sí es cierto. Tenía razón. Pero bueno, ya con esto se acaba. La próxima semana vamos a jugar el tercero. Este fue el episodio 2. Situación, comedia. Y la próxima semana vamos a jugar el topo, la mafia y la albóndiga. Ay, es que está bien buena la música. Me agrado. Está chido. Ay, ahí están las moneditas. Y el sándwich. Dejan los elementos de ese episodio. Bueno, ahora sí ya. Nos vemos. Oh my god. No me había dado cuenta si es. Qué datos. Tampoco me he dado cuenta hasta que lo juego otra vez. Pero ahora sí. Ay, tiene el logo de Concrepe. Ahora sí, ya me voy. Muchas gracias por los que se quedan, por los que volvieron cuando se glitcheó se trabó el stream el primero, pero ahí está. Muchas gracias. Y nos vemos bueno, que los vecinos. Nos vemos a la próxima semana. A lo mejor y traigo stream de otra cosa después. Tal vez un dibujo. Probablemente haga stream de una comisión que me hicieron. Ahí veremos qué tan que el tiempo lo dirá. Y si sí hago, pues ahí les aviso en Instagram. En Instagram voy a estar publicando mis historias. Jonisan13, bye, qué chido todo, gracias. Así que estén atentos en Insta, en las historias de Insta, las historias de Facebook. Ahí voy a publicar si hago streams aquí. En el Twitch. Y voy a hacer el 9 de abril un en vivo en TikTok, dibujando. O sea, ustedes comenten, dibuja esto, ya voy a tratar de dibujar. No voy a dibujar todo, así que sean rápidos poniendo sus comentarios ese día. Porque hay como una especie de... ¿Cómo se llama? Ahí voy a dejar la musiquita del juego. Es un evento de Día de Fans. Y pues ahí puedes donar con likes en la pantalla o con regalos especiales de ese evento. Y te crea como una capa de pastel, ¿no? Y ya, depende de qué tantas capas, son premios que hay para ustedes y para mí. Pero más para ustedes, les regalan como sus insignias y eso, chido. Y, por ejemplo, si completamos, por cada capa de pastel que se complete, de donaciones de likes y premiecitos, se va, pues va a haber 3 ganadores. No sé si tipo 3 ganadores por cada capa, o creo que en realidad era a la capa de pastel que llegues. 3 ganadores suertudos que va a elegir TikTok, que les van a regalar TikTok unas insignias. Pero aparte yo les voy a regalar unos dibujitos. Y los detalles, eso están en unos videos que apenas subí a mi cuenta de TikTok y que voy a subir también a mis stories de Insta para que las chequen. Así que vamos a ver qué tanto conseguimos. Ese día 9 de abril a las 7:30 p.m. Ahora sí, adiós, bye. Gracias, gentecita. Les quiero mucho. Ese no era el botón. Adiós.